Hello crafters, I'm Jan B and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I want to share with you the products that I have from the new Christmas catalogue, which will be going live on the 5th of September. The products that I have were pillow gifts from Stampin' Up when I was on the incentive trip to Alaska at the end of July. First of all, before I do that, I would like to apologise that I didn't post a video on Wednesday, which is the first time in 4 years that I've been making videos that I've actually missed a day. I always say that I normally post videos Wednesdays and Sundays, but until last Wednesday I'd never missed any of them, and I do apologise for that. But after the Alaskan trip, hubby and I went to Vegas for several days and we got back on Monday. And I was just so jet lagged. I was in no state to make a video, so I do apologise for that, and this is my way of saying I'm sorry. But before I show you the products I've received, I've got another 3 swaps that I forgot to include when I did my swaps video, which was a video that I'd actually recorded when I was in Vegas, because I knew I was one video short, but I had thought that I could get back and make another one for the Wednesday, but I misjudged that really badly. And the reason I've missed these 3 swaps was because I'd put them into a box when we were packing to leave the ship, and I'd forgotten that I'd packed them in there, and of course I found them once we unpacked on Monday when we got back, and they're too lovely not to share with you. So first of all, there's this, which are 3 amazingly strong magnets. I haven't taken them out of the bag because that is part of what looks so good. The papers in there are designer series papers, and I don't have a clue how these were made, but they do have very, very thick magnets on the base of them. Now that I've shown you the wrapping, I'm going to take this off so that I can actually look at the magnets. I'm sorry about this, I really don't like rattling cellophane on videos, but this one was unavoidable. So yes, it's designer series paper under there. It's just been adhered on the bottom of these, so I assume that these were bought and then the paper put underneath with the magnet. What an amazingly clever idea that is. And these were made by Sue Nernberger, who I imagine is from the US. So many thanks for that, Sue. They really are lovely. And then I received this, which is one of our little tins. I think they come as a pack of 4. It's been covered with DSP, with an extra band of DSP, and decorated. And on the inside there are 3 little 3x3 cards with envelopes. There's no name on that who made it. I do think that maybe it's one of the Stampin' Up products that was on display. If you saw my swaps video, you will know there was a little bit of a hiccup about my 3D, what I was going to receive for my 3D swaps, but Stampin' Up sorted it all out. Thank you. This is another one of our tins, which has been very, very decorated on the outside. It's a little bit damaged, which is, I put it in the box to try and protect all of this. But this was made by Mary Ann Grimmer. Again, I imagine she's probably in the States, and I say that because I judge it by the number, the demonstrator number. But this is actually a lollipop, and inside here are 4 tea bags. One of them is black tea, Christmas tea. One is herbal tea holiday berry, then herbal tea peppermint cheer, and herbal tea winter spice. So that really is a super little gift. So one thing I wanted to show you about these, as you can see, this one has been decorated up to the top there, which means the lid doesn't come over it, and this one has been decorated right to the top. Now if you do it this way, it means your lid does come on and off easily. Okay, if you do it this way, it's quite a bit stiffer, but what amazes me about this one, this lid has been on and off several times, but this hasn't rucked up and it hasn't started getting worn out or anything. So I was really, really impressed with that. I haven't got any of these tins, but I may well do now. So whether you bring your design series paper right up to the top, well, almost to the top, it's up to there. Okay, so it's just probably be about 1/8 of an inch from the top there. Or if you want to do it like that, so it just meets up with the lid, the choice is yours. As I say, this hasn't shown any sign of damage at all because the lid is sliding over it. But it does make it a little bit tighter. But as you see, not too tight to take the lids off. So brilliant projects there. So many thanks for that. Now I'm going to show you the products that I've received. I can't show you the inside of the catalogue, which is normal. So I'm going to start with stamp sets. This one is called Making Christmas Bright, and if you follow my blog, you will have seen one day that I shared quite a few projects that had been made with this. When we were on the incentive trip, there was a share fair, and that was in a very large room where there were several demonstrators doing different displays, and somebody did things using this. This also has a coordinating punch with it, which is absolutely brilliant. So that was one which I'm really very pleased about. This one is going to be a very popular one with me during making my Christmas cards, because I love these sort of small stamps, smallish, they're not that small, smallish stamps to decorate the inside of my cards. And I like the sentiments here as well. May the warmth of Christmas fill each corner of your heart and home. I mean, how lovely is that? Then sending good tidings of comfort and joy. Merry Christmas, that's going to be very popular with me, I know that. And then hoping beautiful moments and happy memories surround you at this time of year. And that one, and a Happy New Year. You can put Merry Christmas on the outside and that one on the inside. So absolutely super, that. And I have another punch, which is this one, and it goes with another stamp set, although the stamp set doesn't, I've forgotten what it's called, sorry, but it doesn't actually have a stamp for this, but that will punch out branches, which you could do all sorts of things, like make leaves, possibly make Christmas trees with them, or all sorts. So I think that one's going to be really useful. Now I have another two stamp sets which have dies with them. There's Dashing Deer. In fact, I need something to prop this up, don't I? Let's use that so that I don't give you too much glare. And this is a set of dies that goes with it. They are called Detailed Deer. Now what we have here is a die to die cut all three of these deer, and there is also that for which there isn't a stamp, so that will just be cut out with designer series paper or cardstock. And then there is a die for this one, which you can do either as a full flowers or you could do it as a separate flowers. But one of my favourite bits are these two corners, and as you know, I always do my die cuts and put samples on the back so that you can actually see what they look like. With that little flower there, you could die cut extras to put on top. You could do them to do different colours, or underneath that you could do that one, and so you've got two-tone, or maybe you could put gold or silver or any colour foil underneath that. Just so many ideas of how you can use that. I'm not quite sure why Stampin' Up! Have done 4 dies with that one and only 3 of that one, but I do appreciate it when we get more than one of the same, because it does speed up things when you've got a lot of die cutting to do. So that is absolutely gorgeous. I love that one. And then we have another stamp set, or at least I have another stamp set that's got dies to go with it, and this is called Merry Christmas to All, and the dies are called Merry Christmas, and they've got that which says Christmas, this one which says Merry, Happy and Holidays. I probably won't use the holidays because in the UK we don't say Happy Holidays, it's always Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. But I don't know, maybe I'll find something to use that one for. And then there are 2 dies to cut these out. That's those 2 there. Okay, so there's that stamp, and I think that's the only one that the dies go with. But what you can do is you could stamp Christmas and then put Merry, do a die cut above it, or you could do Christmas and then do stamp Merry. You could mix and match all of these, they are brilliant. And also for these, you can mix and match these with the die cuts. So that's going to be really very, very useful. Now that's all the dies and stamp sets that I have. We were also given these, which are 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 red cards with white backings, already scored, and coordinating envelopes, and also these, which I've forgotten what the size is and I don't have my grid paper with me, which I believe was 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, which is a bit of an unusual size, scored down here, but that doesn't matter because we have the envelopes that go with it. Okay, and this also has a coordinating set of Memories and More cards, and it's called Santa's Workshop. So do watch out for those. Where should we put these? And then we received 3 sets of designer series paper. The first one is called Joyous Noel Specialty Designer Series paper, and these are absolutely gorgeous. Now I think this colour here, the foil, I'm sure that is bronze. It is just absolutely beautiful. And then on the reverse of that, if I've done this correctly, is this dark green, and I will tell you the colours on this. They are Grey Granite, Merry Merlot, Sahara Sand, Soft Suede, Tranquil Tide and Whisper White. That's lovely, I like that. That's very good. That was, what did I say? Merry Merlot. And then on the reverse of that is this, again with the gold foil. Isn't that gorgeous? And then more Merry Merlot. And on the back of that is, again, Merry Merlot, but again with the foil. This is absolutely stunning, it really is. That's beautiful, I love that. And on the reverse of that, upside down, are the deer, again with foiling. And another one with foiling. I should have put all the foil ones on top, but never mind. More Tranquil Tide. These sort of designs can be used after Christmas if you get any left over. Unlikely event, but there you go. And again, more foiling on there. And then on the reverse, another beautiful design. I like that too. So that's that set. And that was called Joyous Noel. And then there is this one, which is called All is Bright, which goes down this far. The reason I've cut this off is because I cut off squares 7¼ by 7 inches, and that's what I use on the back of these to put. Didn't use it on that one because I put it on the front, didn't I? But that's what I use to do on the back of my magnet sheet. Even if I didn't do that, I'd still do the magnet sheets, because those magnets are a bit on the floppy side, and it gives it, this cardstock gives it a nice bit of body. Right, the colours on this are Call Me Clover, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Garden Green, Real Red, Shaded Spruce and Whisper White. So from the top, there's this one with the spots. That absolutely stunning design. Really love that. Again, another design you could use after Christmas if you wanted. And then underneath that are the little light bulbs. That would go really, that goes really nicely with the punch and the stamp set. That's really nice. You could get away with using that after Christmas until somebody looks at it really closely, because they are actually fir cones on there. Oops. Okay. And then that's like the bokeh effect. And lots of, these would be easy to die cut, stockings. And that one with the stars. In fact, that is very much like the, what did I, here. This is the stamp set that I said it goes with. But that design there is very much like that stamp. And not dissimilar to that one as well. That's all part of Stampin' Up's amazing coordination. That's a nice one as well, I like that. And underneath another stunning design. And this has got to be my favourite sheet out of the whole lot. I love all of it, but this is my favourite. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this one as well. I love poinsettias. So that's that one. All is Bright. And the last one is Country Lane, which is not Christmas, not, well, you probably could, depends what you're doing, but it's more aimed at fall, which is a big thing with North America, not anything that we celebrate here in the UK, but the paper is still gorgeous. Colours on this one are Blackberry Bliss, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Mint Macaroon, Old Olive, Whisper White. And I say Mint Macaroon because that's the English. Right, so there's that. And this is lovely. I mean, we don't do... Oh, well, pumpkins, I suppose, is for fall and also Halloween. Well, again, being in the UK, we don't do Halloween as... well, Halloween's not as big as it is in the States. But that's a lovely design. Really like that. Again, that could be used for any time of year. Beautiful. And I like this as well. I don't know what these flowers are, but they look like cotton to me. The little fluffy, because cotton grows as little fluffy balls. That's another beautiful design. Look at that. And this one's similar to the yellow one, Crushed Curry, but on a smaller scale. Yep, up that way. If that's not meant to be cotton, if you do know what flower that is meant to be, please let me know. I think it's great. That's a nice design. That one would be really nice for a masculine card as well, I think. And then this one, which is very much like our wooden DSP. And I also love this as well. I think this is really gorgeous. This goes with a stamp set that I've just ordered, actually. I can't think what this is called. But that is lovely. Okay, and then this one, that's nice. It's almost like knitting. I think it's probably meant to be seeds like corn, but it does look like knitting. And then this one, again, beautiful. I love it. going to have to find something to use this for. And this one, I like this too. So that's all 3 sets of designer series paper that we received. We received 2 embossing folders. This was one of them, called Swirls and Curls, and I used this to make a card a couple of days ago, which I shared on my blog, and I used the paper at the background there. Okay, that's really very, very nice. I like that. And that's a regular embossing folder. And then we were given one that is a dynamic embossing folder, and this is corrugated, and this is what this looks like. This is absolutely amazing. The depth, I don't know whether you can see that on camera. If I turn it sideways, you can see how much that goes up and down. It really is amazing. I mean, that gives you an idea. That is beautiful. I received 2 ribbons, 2 rolls of ribbons. This one, which is Gorgeous Grape, which, as you know, probably know, was the colour that I fell in love with before I went away. Yes, Gorgeous Grape it is. Whoops. Okay, that's really nice and soft. And I also received one of these, which is Poppy Parade. Yes, Poppy Parade, with the white edging on it. Again, like nearly all of our ribbons, so soft. Really, really gorgeous. And finally, oh no, 2 more things. One is this washi tape, which is called Sweet Season. That one has silver in it. Don't know whether that's showing up or not. This one's red and white spots. This one is green with like Christmas tree branches on it. This, I believe, is the gold foiling. And this one is gold foiling with stars on it. Last year was the first year that I actually started using washi tape on my cards, so I will try and continue it, and save the best till last, and that is something that's called Take Your Pick, and it is absolutely amazing. Right, I've got some little sequins that I've popped onto my desk before, and one end of this has a little bit of putty on the end there. You see that blue putty? And you just turn this so you get a little bit out at the top like that, and then you'll find you can pick these things up so easily. I mean, what a dream. Now that one was up the right way. This one I've put upside down so you can see it works with all of them. And do you remember the last, I don't know whether it was a spring catalogue or the, must have been spring, I'm sure, but we had some clear, like snowdrop, no, not snowdrops, teardrops, and clear little circles like rhinestones. And when I picked them up off the backing paper, I was chasing them all over the place. If only I'd had this then, could have just picked them up as easy as anything. And with the putty, when that goes loses its stick, you just turn up a little bit more, and we do also sell the refills. And then to make this even better, this end, let's just put that one back on there, this end is a paper piercer, and on the side here there's a padlock, a closed padlock, and then there's an open padlock. So if you turn this from the closed to the open, this comes out, and there is this little spatula type thing. As you can see in here, you see the two ridges in there. On here there are two channels, so those two channels fit into these two ridges, and then a quarter of a turn in the direction of the locked padlock, and that holds it in place. So not only do you get that one, you also get this one, which is a double-ended scoring tool. So again, the channel goes into the notch, both sides, quarter of a turn, and then that's locked into place. Don't you think that's a great tool? I absolutely love it. So pop that one there. Not sure quite how I'm going to keep it, and you also get a refill with it by the looks of things. So how great is that? I'm really excited about that one, as you can tell. So there we go. That's all my swap. No, they weren't swaps. These were gifts from Stampin' Up while we were on the incentive trip. So I wanted to share those with you. My apology for not posting a video on Wednesday. I hope you've enjoyed what I've shown you. I do also have a big delivery coming next week sometime of other goodies, which I will be pleased to share with you because it's not that long before the catalogue goes live, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy seeing what I've treated myself to. So that's it. I'm going to close, and I am going to make another video so you have something to see on Sunday. Many thanks for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting. Cheerio.